Hi, I'm Jen of JST Knitwear Designs, and today I just want to kind of go through really quickly how you deal with your yarns when you come to the end of a round in brioche knitting. And this is how I do it. There's lots of different ways, but I find this way just, I guess, the easiest way I like. So we're just doing a setup brand in our main colour, which is this kind of blue-grey to the front. And in our setup brand for the main colour, I knit one and I slip one yarn over in brioche. So here I am, I've knit one. I'm going to slip one yarn over, knit one. And we're coming to the end of our round and I've got this stitch, which would be a slip one yarn over. So with brioche, you always bring your yarn to the front to slip one yarn over. I'm going to slip one, but I'm not going to bring the yarn forward because it'll just be like, in a way, it'll be a mess. So literally leave your yarn to the front of your work. You can see I've done this with other colours down here, and then afterwards when you finish the project you can weave them in and bring it to the back, or bring it to the back and weave it in. So leave your colour right here to the front, or your main colour, as in this case. And I'm going to slip my end of round marker, and then I'm going to get my lovely aubergine colour here that I'm going to bring in again, lay it to the front of your work. Because this is the burp setup row, or my contrast colour setup row, I'm going to be slipping this first stitch and then burping this next stitch. And remember, it's just one stitch. The yarn overs don't count as a separate stitch in brioche knitting, unless the pattern specifies you to do that. So here we go. We'll bring it to the front. We're going to slip one purlwise, bring our yarn all the way around for burping, and we're going to brioche purl both of those stitches together. And again, you can see how I've just left it there. Just leave it there floating and then continue to work around. Slip one yarn over and burp. Slip one yarn over and burp. So if you continue on around, I do have a tutorial for 2-colour brioche in the round, which I highly recommend you go and watch. This is literally to show how we deal with these ends here. So I'll see you back here and I'll show you how we deal with both of these when we go to our next round. Okay? Hi, so here we are. We're coming to the end of our round, of our burp setup round. And again, we slip one yarn over, bring it around to the front and burp these 2 stitches. And now here we have, so this is going to be our slip one yarn over, and then this is going to be our burp stitch. And remember, this is our main colour, because this is from our setup round of the main colour. So what we're going to do is we're going to slip this next one as you normally would. Bring the yarn around to the front because we're about to burp it. So lift up your main colour yarn and just hold it over so you get the needle in behind the both strands there, and then just burp that. And then literally leave your main colour yarn to the front after you finished it. So you bring them both down, and you can see your contrast and your main colour yarn are there at the end of your setup brand. And it will be the same on every alternate when you work your contrast colour or your burp round. So I'm going to slip my end of round marker, and I'm going to take my main colour because we're about to bark all of these stitches now. So this first stitch, remember, was burped for our setup round, but the yarn's just floating here. And I said leave it to the front. So what we're going to do is you're going to take your main colour yarn and you're going to bring it between the needles to the back of your work as if you're about to knit, and have it in the knitting position. Then you're going to basically hold that floating contrast colour yarn down, and we're just going to work into the 2 stitches like barking. And then you just bark, and you just give it a little tug, and then off we go. Slip one yarn over and bark, and slip one yarn over and bark. And then we just continue on around, and that is how I deal with my as I say, my yarns when you do your change at the end of a round. So you don't have to twist it or do anything, you know, fancy. It's quite straightforward. And I hope that helps. So if you want the full, 2-colour brioche in the round, please go and check out my full video for doing it all, and it's a lot slower than this. And there's also 2-colour brioche in the flat. So I've put the links in the video below so you can go and work those in more detail if you've not done brioche before. Okay, well, I hope you enjoy this little tip, and have fun.